Hey guys, welcome back and happy Sunday. All right, guys, so I keep saying this, I'm not going to say it anymore. I just love Sundays. We're back to talk about the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. Well, a former cast member of, or is she, or isn't she? Well, we're going to talk about it. But I love Sundays and love that this is the topic for this video because we're getting the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City back today, the new episode. And I can't wait to go live with you guys tonight and Jason to talk about all of it. In the meantime, we're hearing that Mary Cosby is denying reports of her exit from the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. And there's an insider who's revealing her status for season 3. What? Okay, we have all the details and more. So before we jump in, if you guys haven't already, go ahead, smash that like button. If you're not subscribed, get subscribed. And don't forget to hit that notification bell because, well, you don't want to miss anything we have coming up. With that, let's jump right in.
It's time for all your binge-worthy pop culture news. Welcome to Up and Adam.
All right, guys, so thank you to Reality Blur, but it looks like Mary Cosby took to Twitter on Friday to deny a report claiming she's exiting the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City cast after 2 seasons. Weeks after Mary made waves by skipping the taping of the season 2 reunion, she responded to a Page 6 post on Twitter in which it was stated that she would not be featured on the upcoming 3rd season, which went into production weeks ago in Utah. She said, "This story is not true. This is a complete fabrication." This is what she wrote on February 4th. What is today? This was 2 days ago. Okay. And she also put a complete lie. I have not spoken to anyone. In the article, it was titled by Page 6 on Twitter on their verified account, just in, Mary Cosby exits Real Housewives of Salt Lake City after 2 seasons. But when she's saying this story is not true, this is a complete fabrication, a complete lie, I have not spoken to anyone, they didn't quote her on it. So I don't know, what is she saying is a lie? Her exit? Because from what I'm understanding, and I've talked to people too, she's not coming back. But hold on, there's more. Mary's denial of the report came on the heels of an interview she did in regard to the reasoning behind her decision to opt out of the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City reunion taping. She said, "The only thing I have to say about the reunion is I didn't go because it was one-sided and everyone heard one side of what they felt that was. They told lies of one side of my story and I was not going to get on the reunion for a 4-part reunion and talk about this guy who has passed away." This is what Mary explained on Twitter Spaces via Crazy About Bravo on Instagram, giving a nod to, well, Cameron Williams, who unfortunately passed away. Now, as viewers will recall, Cameron, who passed away shortly after filming season 2, claimed to have made a $300,000 donation to Mary's church, the Faith Temple Church, after taking out a second mortgage on his house. Mary continued with, "I mean, how many titles did they put on me? I was a lot of things this season. I was everything." Despite Mary's denial, an E! News insider insisted hours after her tweet was shared that Mary has not been filming for the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City season 3 and said that she sealed her fate with the series, well, with the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City when she opted out of the season 2 reunion. This was what was said. Mary has not been filming and production has no plans to film with her for season 3. She knew her fate on the show by not showing up to the reunion. Now, I do have some questions about this and some tidbits to add. I've spoken to a few people, and I'm not going to say who I spoke to, but definitely at this point, we have some inside sources, especially when it comes to Salt Lake City. And I've heard the exact same thing. I even had a conversation with somebody in LA who's also close to the cast. And what they're saying is the women have resumed filming. Even Jenny Nguyen started filming for season 3. Who knows if they're going to cut the footage out of her or if they're going to have her cast members face her and then say that she was fired after they call her out for it. I don't know, because with Bravo, you really never know when it comes to editing and trying to have a story come full circle. You don't know what's going to happen. Some housewives, they just cut off and let go. And then some housewives, they make look really ridiculous before they let them go, or the housewives make themselves look ridiculous. It just depends on what franchise and which woman we're talking about. And for this instance, I was wondering, are you guys going to let Jenny Nguyen film like a couple scenes, have the women call you out about these posts that came up on your Facebook that were from your alleged social media manager, and then once they call you out, that way that comes full circle, they're going to fire you? Or did they make the decision after starting to film season 3 and they're like, you know what, we're going to cut all of that footage? And as for Mary Cosby, we saw where Heather Gay and Jen Shaw were filming outside of the Faith Temple Church. We saw where they were filming with Mary Cosby's uncle, and he happened to show up. I guess this was random. Maybe it wasn't. I don't know. Again, this is Bravo. They're producing a show, and they have ways of getting in contact with people. I couldn't see a place where Mary Cosby would want to come back. I feel like if she wanted to come back, production, absolutely. She has so much storyline to offer. I can understand why she would be upset about attending the reunion. I feel like she thought she was going to be slammed with a lot because she does have a lot of storyline this season. But now, even after my interview with her parents, her mother and her stepfather, RHOSLC and Mark Cazares, after my conversation with them, and knowing everything else that, you know, has come out, and knowing that Jenny Nguyen has been fired, Mary Cosby really could come back with a lot of storyline. Sure, yes, she didn't show up to the reunion taping, and that is kind of the kiss of death for any housewife on any of the franchises. But if she offered to do a one-on-one sit down and kind of rebuild that relationship with Andy Cohen and the network to share her side of the story, I could see where they would be like, okay, you know what, Mary, don't let it happen again, but yes, we will bring you back on the show. She has a lot of storyline. Not saying the other women don't. We love, you know, what the other women are offering to the show. But for Mary Cosby, when have we ever gotten a housewife that is accused of running an alleged cult, sleeping with her step-grandfather, now married to him for 20 years, having all of her family members come out? Now her mom and her parents were claiming that she's a victim in her marriage. There's a lot to go off of here. I mean, it's kind of a producer's dream for a franchise to bring her back. I have read comments where people are like, after some of the, you know, ridiculous statements and comments that Mary made on the show, that they don't want her back and they feel like Bravo should not reward that bad behavior. It's not up to us. It's technically up to the suit and ties, the executives at Bravo. But from what we're hearing at this point, and the E! News insider insisting, there is not a place where Mary Cosby will be coming back. And from my sources, they also said the same thing. She's not filming. It's done. Then, you know, it's over. It's not happening. Stop trying to make Mary happen. Giving you a little bit of a Mean Girls reference. But guys, I don't want to just give you this information and not ask your opinions. So go ahead, comment below. And before you go, don't forget to smash that like button. If you're not subscribed, get subscribed. And don't forget to hit that notification bell. But guess what? You don't want to miss anything we have coming up. Also, guys, we will be going live today at 1 p.m. Eastern, and that'll be with Jason on Down with Jason to talk about the Real Housewives of Miami, recap it. And then, of course, tonight at 10:15 p.m. Eastern to talk about the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. And I know you guys at this point know that Zach Peter and I are going on a 3-city tour, which is the concept of a much bigger project, but I want you guys to show up, show out, and come have fun with us. Come play with Zach and I in Los Angeles, New York, or Nashville, or all three. I've seen where some people have bought tickets to all three. They've already booked their hotels. And I want to say this. Message me on Instagram, send me a DM, a screenshot of your ticket, and I will start posting all of them. I'll post them, I'll share, I'll feature you on my social media. I want people to see how excited everyone is and how many people are actually joining us. I mean, it was so incredible, and it actually made me cry. The fact that we sold out of all of our VIP tickets in a matter of hours the same night that we announced the tour. That was mind-blowing to me, and I'm so incredibly grateful and thankful for all of you guys. I love you so much. So with that, I'll stop being sappy. Let me know what you think about the Mary story, and I will see you guys so very soon. Bye, guys.